Can you afford to sacrifice your pond water to water your survival garden in an extreme drought condition? So it hasn't rained for 7 weeks, any significant amount of rain anyways. And this is my pond right here. It's about 24,000 gallons, maybe a little bit more, but it hasn't rained in 7 weeks. And that's my pump right there. See that? That's my water pump. And the hose doesn't reach down there in the water. It dropped, it's already dropped quite a bit, okay? So it's about 24,000 gallons. And I guess it's dropped, I don't know, about 2 or 3 feet. So, you know, and it's like a cone in there. So I think the midpoint is 2/3 of the way up, you know, the 12,000 gallon mark. So, you know, take 8 feet low. It's 2/3, no, well, no, 15. So it's about 5 feet is the midpoint where I only got 12,000 gallons left. Can you afford to sacrifice, am I still recording? Can you afford to sacrifice your pond water to grow a garden in extreme drought conditions? What if it doesn't rain for another 2 months? What do you do? Okay, let me go up there and show you the garden. I've taken care of the predator, well, the cow problem with this electric fence. Remember, I lost everything last year. But as soon as one problem solved, another one pops up, okay? And the idea here is to try to find crops that will provide the best return for the effort put in. Now, I'm going to cover it real quick. I was going to do this in 3 separate videos, but let me go ahead and do it in one. See how green everything is? It's been working. I've been putting in about 2,000 to 3,000 gallons every week for 7 weeks, okay? 6 or 7, yeah, this is going to be the 7th week. But I got to figure out how to get water down there lower. But anyway, so look, this is the harvest this week. I got some Asian beans, watermelon, and when watermelon dries, it shrivels up at the end, okay? And then I've got some corn. But you want to plant cantaloupe in an extreme drought environment instead of watermelon. Why is that? Because cantaloupe is a sphere, it's a circle, you know, it's a ball. Okay, so when there isn't any water, it just shrinks into itself. Whereas watermelon, the first place that goes is the end, because that's the way it grows, on the end when there isn't enough water. Okay? So let me come over here and show you. I've been harvesting just a little bit of corn, but there is so much going on. You can't cover everything. I can't cover everything, all the little details. Like, it's growing better on the end of my Asian bean row down there than it is over here. But I just realized I had put some wood ash in there from burning all the brush. I did a little bit on that side because if it didn't go right, I'd only want to sacrifice, you know, 1/3 of my Asian bean crop. Corn. Got some good corns right here. My wife likes to harvest the corn, so I really don't want to take too much of it. That's her favorite crop. But anyway, so I've got beets and some peanut plants in here. But let me show you some more on this. I got sweet potatoes right here. But this right here is the peanuts. Peanuts, that's the key to get at least 1 million calories in a drought environment, because they're still green. The grasshoppers won't eat them, the leaves, unlike a lot of other plants. But here's some more watermelons that I had to pull them, because they're just needlessly they're going to rot anyways. So I'm going to harvest what I can, get the seeds out of them. Look, here's a melon. Here's why you want to plant melon instead of or cantaloupe instead of watermelon, because it's a ball, you know. It's a ball, a sphere, and it shrinks onto itself, unlike watermelon, that when it starts to dry up, the end deteriorates, you know, the end rots first. Okay, so I put a little bit of everything in here. Here's another cantaloupe. See how big that sucker is right there? See that? Got a few in here. There's another one in there. So, yeah, it's very difficult decision to make whether to grow a garden in extreme drought conditions. It ain't like those, you know, the pros that are growing food. Okay, they're professionals. You know, they're more advanced. You know, we're just ordinary, like, you know, prepper types. So, and of course they're doing it for a profit. You know, they're selling stuff. I'm not selling anything. So my whole viewpoint and perception is totally different than someone who's in this to make money. Okay? But everything's green. That Indian corn over there, it's black corn, it's popcorn. It's ready to harvest, I think. And everything's green up here. And I'm gonna make another row for this Asian bean right here. That way I could have 3 rows and plant stuff in the middle. And that's another thing. You gotta mend your soil. You gotta put material in it, but don't put manure in the cow manure in there. Okay. Cow manure is toxic. Okay. They spray Roundup. They spray chemicals on the wheat before they harvest it, you know, to kill the plant, and then they give the leftover to the cows. Okay, so it's a toxic environment, and if you got an organic garden, it'll kill a lot of plants. All right, so it's pretty cool. I've got to really, when the winter comes, really amend this soil properly and add to it. But if you just bug out to a strange location and put a garden in, you're not going to get much of anything. Okay, but I think the thing that will work is peanuts, and I think I'm going to plant peanuts in here next year. 10 rows of peanuts. It's 2,500 calories a pound for peanuts, and they're really doing good in this drought environment. It hasn't rained in 7 weeks. Okay, see y'all later. You got to decide if it's really worth it to grow a garden, or to just ride out the storm and buy, you know, long-term food storage and see if you can make it. You know, in a real survival garden, it's going to get raided. People are going to take everything you got in there. All right, so stack food. See y'all later.